Hey guys, this is CrazyKnightHero. For those who have subscribed, welcome to the kingdom. In this video, I'm going to talk about the changes that I would like to see made to the Defender subclass because, in my opinion, it needs some changes and some buffs and stuff. Because according to this graph that Bungie showed, yeah, the Defender subclass is kinda lacking, so I'm thinking of some fresh, healthy ways that it can be buffed in the Crucible as well as PvE. So, let's get started. So, starting with the grenades, I think all the grenades are fine, honestly. The magnetic grenade is good, it sticks to people, it blows up, I mean, that's pretty simple. The spike grenade is also good, it receives some changes, I think it's fine. Maybe make it last a little bit longer, maybe. And then the suppressor grenade is fine, it's a little bit hard to hit people with, but again, it can stop supers, so the balancing is fine there with the grenades. Now, let me be brief with this. The Titan jumps are amazing and they're fine and stuff, but the last option on the bottom, catapult, it's supposed to make you fly up faster, not necessarily higher, or your initial boost is supposed to be faster, and that does absolutely nothing. So I'd make that actually do something, and maybe give you the ability to do one Twilight Garrison dash, and then the Twilight Garrison would just give you that ability for free while having the other jump options available. I don't know, but I'd actually make catapult do something. Okay, time for the biggie, the super. Now the super is pretty good. It is fantastic in PvE, really no changes there, but obviously it's still the same subclass no matter what activity you're doing, so there's still some balancing I would do, but this is mainly for stuff in the Crucible. Now the biggest problem is that I think some supers are just too powerful in taking your bubble away. I think Golden Gun should take 3 shots to take your bubble away, so then both supers just kind of neutral out and then you're on equal terms. And pretty much the only other problem, in my opinion, is Nova Bombs with their Shatter upgrade where it splits into 3. They can smack your bubble, get rid of it instantly, and kill you at the same time. There's no running away or anything, you're just dead. So I would make it, or just adjust it somehow, where it just gets rid of your bubble, and then again you're on equal terms, because that can be really hard to notice sometimes, because you can't really see when someone's about to Nova Bomb, unless they're already Nova Bombing, so that one's a little bit harder to deal with. And I think Defender's the hardest class to balance, because sure, these changes may seem fine and stuff, just make the bubble a little bit tougher and stuff, but then it makes it really hard if some people are running if more people are running Defender, like how you see in Iron Banner sometimes, when they just stack up bubbles endlessly, and that can be pretty crazy to deal with. So I don't really know if these changes would make that really overpowered or anything, but that's also another thing Bungie would have to keep in mind. Now, one last thing about the super, and then we'll move on to the melee. Ever had that moment where you put your bubble down and you have weapons of light, and you go after somebody, you kind of pursue them a little bit, you may or may not get the kill, and then you come back to your bubble because your weapons of light ran out, and there's a shotgunner sitting in it, and he's just waiting for you. Then, just like that, he's more or less just captured your bubble, and then it's just a timing game, really. And that's if he doesn't have friends lurking about. And once again, that's assuming you have a shotgun. Sounds pretty terrible, right? So what I'd do to solve this problem, I would just make it where enemies slowly get drained of their health when they're inside your bubble. Nothing too crazy, but enough to where they don't want to camp in there with their shotgun, so they can't really just take your bubble over. Again, nothing too crazy that would really change any normal fights, but enough to where they can't really capture your bubble. And it would help if you were running blessings as well. Okay, time for the melee. Now the melee is pretty nice, it's really good in PvE and stuff, but sometimes when you get a kill with your melee in the Crucible, a lot of times you've already suffered a lot of damage, so then it's pretty much like your health has just recharged and you don't really have overshields because your normal shields are down. So I would maybe have it where after getting a kill with it, your recovery is increased for a little while, just to get those shields up faster so it actually feels like you have overshields. Now, I would just do it a little bit. I wouldn't make it crazy like Blade Dancer or whatever, how his health goes up, but nevertheless, still a buff. Now, just talking about Defender in a whole for a second, there's nothing on the subclass, minus the grenades, that helps you get the kill in the first place. There's no damage boost or anything There's no any bonus at all until after you already have killed someone with your melee or you have your super. So to fix this problem with the melee, I would have it where it would have a chance upon hitting someone to do more damage. I wouldn't always do it, but I would have it a chance to do more damage, and I wouldn't have it the same damage that Stormfist does, because then that would be pretty ridiculous, but probably the damage of Stormfist before its recent buff. Or maybe even a tiny bit less damage, because when this would occur, it wouldn't take away your melee charge, because then that would just get rid of your opportunity for those overshields. And one last little thing, when the damage boost would happen, I would make it where it would do void damage, because in PvE activities, when there's void burn and things like that, the melee is absolutely pointless. Now, just to clear some things up, one last little thing about the melee with the whole damage boost thing, I would make it where it comes stock on the melee thing, where it's not like any perk specific. It would just come stock on it. And honestly, I think that's all they would have to do to balance Defender. I would love to see these changes in play, and I think it would really help Defender in the Crucible and in PvE as well. So guys, let me know what you think about Defender and its state in the Crucible and PvE, and if you were going to balance it, how would you do so? I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Share it with your friends if you've enjoyed this video. This has been CrazyKnightHero, and I'm out. Peace.